The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin.
And I got Lou from Fairfield, Connecticut. Man, how you doing, Lou?
I'm doing good, Darrell. And I got to tell you, you're not just blowing hot air out there. I think the way you look at the market is terrific. You're a nice guy as far as over the TV. All the research you do, all the homework you do, I truly appreciate it. I appreciate your view of the market. It's awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Darrell Martin.
All right, folks, well, come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. I'm your host on this excellent day here at TFNN.com. And don't forget, you can watch us right here on Tiger TV at TFNN, streaming live to you inside the eSignal platform. And on your mobile phone, you can listen to us around the clock at TFNN.mobi. Let's check out where the markets are at right now. We got the S&P back in positive territory, up 13 points on the day. Russell's up 1.5. We got NASDAQ up 49, and we got the Dow up 81 points right now. So looking over at everything there, what else we got going on? Let's look at our metal sector. In the metals, we got copper is currently down 1.26%. So moving on down pretty heavy right there. Gold weighing a little bit heavy, down a little over 0.5%. And silver is currently down almost 0.8, so over 0.5%. All the metals heading right there and south into negative territory from yesterday's settlement. We got our energy sector looking on over. Oil is getting just slammed after trying to make a rally on back up. It is being knocked back down 4%, a 4% drop on the day, down 2 points right now. Looking at natural gas, it's pushing in the other direction. It's up almost 5% right now. So battle two different directions there on the energies. Looking at our ags, looking at corn and soybeans. Corn right now is down a little over 0.5%. Soybeans just barely off by a couple points, down a couple points right now. Bond market right now for you is down about 0.5%. The dollar, though, is trying to be king dollar again, moving on up about 0.25% at the moment. Now let's dive on into our currency pairs, get you covered across the world here. We got the pound dollar is up 40 pips, euro dollar's down 5, euro pound's down 27, dollar franc's up 22. US yen right now up 71 pips, with the euro yen up 82. Look at that Aussie yen up 29. Aussie dollar is down 14. The pound yen down, not down, but up 161 pips. Big mover of the day there in the FX markets. Euro franc is up 33 pips. Pound franc's up 74. And dollar CAD is up 91 points on the day. So what is causing some of these big moves? We got quite a bit going on here. There was an EIA report that came out, and that really nailed oil. And let's just take a look at that over on briefing.com here. But it goes in oil's on the move again. About 3 consecutive sessions of gains. Oil prices are trading lower following the IEA monthly oil market report, which held a very bearish tone. March crude oil down 3.8%, $50.87. Natural gas has been positive. So just some massive moves right there. But just a big report. We go over, look at our news section here. We'll just pull up Forex Factor. That's an easy one. And but anyway, so there's a lot of reports. Some of them, are public radio. Some are, a little bit. You got to dig a little bit deeper into them. But with those reports, that was really not an expected move on oil. But hey, you just got to follow the charts and go with it, right? And let me see. Let me pull up something else. Let's see what we got. All right. So a few other things happening. Wholesale inventory growth, the slowest we've had since, get that simulation thing out of the way, since May of 2013. So pretty, drastic report there. Let me pull that report back up for you. We'll look on over at it. But again, looking at that wholesale inventory report that came on out, not a major report, but still, I mean, it's a horrible report we've had. We've had 0.8, 0.4, 0.3, and if we go back to September 2014, we did have a 0.1 on that one. So it's like that article got it a little bit off, but let's see, 0.1 right there, and going back, we haven't really had 0.1 since September 2013, and again, we had it again in September 2014. Now we're experiencing it already, and basically that's value of goods held in inventory by wholesalers. So that number dropping on down. Euro dollar bouncing back 60 pips a little bit earlier on a 6-month Greek extension, but giving all that back as well. So let's go in. We'll open a charts here. We'll do a chart review here in a minute, but the 6-month Greek extension did push that up. They rallied on the Greek debt plan. Extensions. Wall Street has been able to, keep its gains a little bit based off that. That's sort of the big deal. But energy dropping down in the process. Looking over at Canadian stocks, TSX getting weaker as resources in their shares tumble and those reports come on out. And we're getting those fresh new lows, like I said, on oil. Job openings. Topping 5 million for the first time since 2001. So job openings looking pretty bleak, and that's the JOLTS job openings report. And let's see. Like I said, I go through, grab the major headlines, and I always verify those headlines. We're going to make sure, are they as good as they are or not? Looks like they reduced it down to 4.85 million, a negative revision, but we're at 5.03, and have we been that high? Let's just keep going back. Wow, they don't even go back that far back on here. They don't go back to 2001. So basically, job openings reports being the number of openings reported in the month, and excluding the farming industry itself. So really just ticking up. And that kind of number makes you look at those unemployment numbers dropping or whatever and going, I don't know so much about that. That just means people dropping off the unemployment roll. So just keep that in mind. There is a lot of job openings out there, which in some ways you could say is good, but a lot of people start qualifying. It's not working. They're not accepting them. But there is a lot of openings out there. And hopefully they get filled and people get jobs and, get things rolling again. So let's, Greek debt seems to be, the big topic of this morning. Lots of things happening there. And that's a never-ending roller coaster whirlwind. Things flying up, flying down. They're going to default. They're not going to default. They're going to exit the EU. They're not going to exit the EU. This party's in power. That party's in power. I mean, just, welcome to the world of trading, right? And economic events. Let's see, article over here on Reuters. Pull that one up. And let me see this here. Close these things out. Anyways, Wall Street up on, Greek deal, and that's, Reuters is topping about this quite a bit. So don't let it get too excited. There's no formal proposal resolving their problems. It's just a bunch of meetings and an extension, meaning they're trying to work it out. But, what else is new right there, right? And I'm going to get up a few charts over here for you in just a moment. But, we'll look over at the DAX and the Dow and oil and, the euro dollar, see how it's impacted some of these. And let's see here. We got a couple other things in the meantime. I want to go over here and verify, but I'm pretty sure on Monday we got a holiday. So it will be President's Day. Most exchanges will have limited hours. Nadex will be closed. So again, Monday, got a bank holiday coming on up. Don't forget that. Put that on your list. Don't think you're going to be sitting around having to worry about trading. Just take the time off and enjoy it with your family. I know I'm going to, taking my wife out for this Valentine's weekend. Don't forget to order those flowers, guys. And but taking her out to Puerto Rico, we're just going to get away for a couple days and enjoy ourselves. So again, got the holiday hours. Let's see, close out any positions you have for a long weekend, unless you want to worry about them opening up in, those sporadic low liquid markets for those few hours over the weekend and what may, come about over the weekend. Just, keep that in mind. If you want to leave them open, hedge them off. Just make sure you're really comfortable with leaving that thing on through the weekend. And let's see here. We got that. I had a conversation with a trader recently, and a position went against him. Okay? Happens all the time. But he should have lost like $125 on the trade. Not a big loss, 12 ticks. However, what he did was he used a limit order, okay, for his stop loss instead of a market order. Well, the nice thing about a limit order is, if you're going to get filled, you're going to get filled at that price. And if you're if you're going to lose, say $120 on a trade, then that's all you'll lose, so long as your stop gets filled. All right? But if the market flies through, okay, if the market flies through that limit order, it's not going to get filled. He's looking away. He hears, market order fired off. All of a sudden, he's down $500. Market moved like 4 or 5 points in a heartbeat. And it didn't do anything to fill his order because he submitted a limit order and it had to come back up to that to get filled. So the lesson he learned was, we talked to him like, that's why you use stop market orders for stop loss orders. It's not that we like, maybe getting a couple ticks of slippage off of that or whatever. Maybe we end up losing 140 instead of 120. You don't want it just to keep running down and you're chasing it, trying to get out, and it just grows bigger and bigger and bigger. So I even do the same thing usually for my take profit orders, because I've seen it come up and it just tick, 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 tick. And it's literally hitting my price, but I'm in the back of the line for getting filled there. And then it comes right back down and you see a winning trade turn to a losing trade or a break-even trade or whatever. I'm like, I'll give up a tick here, a tick there. I hate giving them up, but also I'll get up. Sometimes I'll make out, man. It'll go in. I'll have, that stop order and it'll just fly up and I'll pick up an extra $500 because it pops up so quick. So, it's just really important to understand that between a limit order and a market order. A limit order is fill me at this price and no worse than this price. So I will buy at X price and not a penny higher. Okay? So if you submit that limit order, they'll submit you at that price or better. Like they'll let you buy that price or better. If it goes up and hits it and comes back down or whatever, you may get a better fill. So we'll talk a little bit about more about limit orders and market orders, because I think that's one of those things that newer traders, and sometimes even experienced traders, especially if they've only been trading demo, are not familiar with. And we'll make sure you got that down before the show's over. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Check out the new look of Tiger TV. Now you can see all hosts, charts, and computer screens live in high definition. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV. Now, crystal clear in high definition, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't seen the new look of Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com. Darrell takes now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, folks, so I'm back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. Pardon me. Getting a few things set up over here on my side so we can go on through them and walk through. I guess we'll look at oil first, since that's been a nice big mover of the day here. But we left off talking about market orders and limit orders and needing to make sure that you fully understand those. So I also want to go through on that and just sort of show you, on one platform. There's multiple platforms out there, but once you get the concept, it's not too hard to transfer it across to other ones. So just to help out, let me open up just a DOM over here and get a static DOM over on the Ninja Trader platform. Let's see here, opening it up. Takes just a second. Got so many other charts open on my other screens, so it can sometimes take a moment to get it uploaded. And you can do this, like I said, on Thinkorswim, on eSignal, on multiple platforms. But if I'm over here looking at this, and let's say I'm looking at oil as an example, there's a lot of settings I can go in and do in here. And so I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, you know what, you can do day or good till cancel orders. Some exchanges you need to use good till cancel on. I go in here and say, I want to do a custom one. And it's like, well, what do you want your custom order to be? Well, before I get to that, I'm going to go over here to properties by right-clicking, And there's a lot of settings. You can also do this on the, pardon me, chart trader feature. Pardon me. Okay. So, you can go in here, and there's lots of little things. But we're going to scroll down, and we're going to check out the bottom area. And what it's going to show us is the ability, do I want to use a stop market for a stop loss order? So I can set that to true or false. Okay? If I say, false, then it will submit a limit order. Okay? If I set to true, it'll set a market order. And I can set that as my default, so it always works that way. So it does that stop loss. All right? And I could use also what's called a stop limit offset. This is really useful. I don't like using it for exits so much, but whenever I am doing entries, I like it because, if I want to get in at a certain price, I really want to, you don't control where you get out. This is, back up for a second. One of the things one of my mentors taught me a long time ago was, it's like riding, going on the rapids. You go out to Colorado and you're going to go down the rapids in a raft. You control where you get in. Completely. Okay? Because you put the boat in the water and you get in it. You don't control where you get out, right? You may get out upside down because the raft flips over. You may have a target area that you're going towards, and if you're going to do that, you're going to paddle towards that. And, you can get pretty on target a lot of times, but you don't control where you get out. The rapids have a lot of impact on that. Okay? You could decide not to get in if the water's too crazy. But once you're in, if the water gets crazy, you can't just say, I'm going to get out right now. No, you have to get over to the side of the bank and get out. So always remember you control where you get in, and don't get in if it's not where you don't want to. That comes into trading in stop limit offsets. So let's say I want to buy at one tick above or one tick below the most recent bar or whatever. Then I can go in and set a stop limit offset for, say, how much slippage am I willing to take? Because remember, a limit order is this price or better. I'll buy for this price or less, or I'll sell for this price or higher, but I'm not going to sell lower and I'm not going to buy it higher. Okay? But I also don't want it to hit my price, fly through it by like a tick where I would have got filled and then keep going, and I miss out on a 50 tick profitable trade. But if I use a market order, I don't want it to pop up 50 ticks in a heartbeat against me and I get filled at a horrible entry price, and then of course it pulls back on you and that's not fun, right? So this allows me, you can put 3, you can put 6, you can put whatever is acceptable, not desirable, okay, but acceptable to you in slippage. At what point would you be okay with getting in late should the trade take off in your favor? Because, even if it took off in your favor 20 ticks, you wouldn't want to get in 15 ticks above where you wanted to get in. That'd only give you 5 ticks of profit there, right? So at what point are you okay with that? And that's the number you put in, 3, 6, whatever, to help you out with those orders. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we get back. Stay right there.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And so again, I'm just going to just read limit and market orders. And limits I like for my entry, but I like limits with an offset. So basically when it hits my price, it will put the limit order like 3-4 ticks above my price, and it'll fill me at the best price available at that moment. I may get a tick or two better, I may get the price I wanted, I may get a tick or two worse, but I've capped it. It won't be more than 4 ticks worse than what I have as my chosen desirable entry price on the trade. And you can go in and, just about every platform out there that's decent, you can go in and you can set up an automatic stop loss. You can put a profit target in there if you want to, and, adjust those numbers, So if you want to have a stop loss, say, of 12 ticks, you put 12, but now by using market, it'll use a market order for that process, okay? Let's see here. All right, that was the main, little thing I just want to go into after having the conversation with the trader. I'm like, hey, make sure you understand the orders. And, he never had an issue in live. He always got, or a demo, he always got filled. So, but live could be a little bit different. That's why you want to have those market orders, not those limit orders on those stops. Okay, so looking at all that, the next thing we want to go into is just to remind you, with those stops, you don't have capped risk still. Market order could still fly, flash crash, S&B type stuff, whatever. And so that's one of the reasons why I do talk about trading on Nadex. If you hop on over to TFNN.com, you can check out Nadex on the right side of the page there, and then click on that link. And then when you get to the Nadex page there, go to Trading Demo Trading Platform. And it takes about 15 seconds for you to set up a demo account. Every contract on Nadex has capped risk. If your risk is $30 or $50 or $100, that's your risk. No matter how far the market goes against you, your risk will not grow, and you don't have to get out of the position. You can stay in the position when it go against you, but your risk will never increase. If it does come back, then you could potentially be profitable on the trade. Okay? The money you have to put up is the risk. Your margin is your risk. There's no deliverables that you have to worry about, last trade dates, don't have to worry about, getting shares put to you or called away from you. You don't have to worry about having, to make or take delivery on a commodity. They have two completely different kinds of options. They have what are called spread options, which basically I call vanilla call and put options for day traders because they have expirations every day. So it's sort of like getting Friday expirations. It's just like getting Friday off expirations every single day. Okay? And those are the spreads. And then the other one is the binaries. The binaries are more of it's a unique type of exotic option, and the simplest way I can describe it, which makes the most sense if you know option trading, is it's the delta of a call option. The delta has to be 0 to 100 at expiration. It changes as the market gets closer to expiration. It changes as the market gets closer to the price. Okay. And it can change more or less based on implied volatility. Implied volatility increasing will push that closer to 50. Okay. So literally you're trading delta of a call option, rising or falling. And you can do it on 5-minute time frame, 20-minute time frames, hourly time frames, daily time frames, and weekly time frames. You can get out of the trade to lock in a profit or cap a risk. Okay. Or, limit a loss. You already capped risk, but to limit a loss, you can exit early. You can take profit and exit early, so a profitable trade doesn't become a losing trade. You also have the ability to go in and, like I said, demo trade it as zero risk. You're trading, by the way, Nadex is in Chicago, and it's regulated by the CFTC. It has approval by the CFTC as being a binary exchange and spread exchange. All your funds are segregated apart from company assets. Both sides of the trades have to put up full risk. Therefore, you don't have to worry about the other side defaulting and the broker being on the hook. And then you're like, what happens now? Because those funds are segregated and the funds are put up on the side for you. Okay. Anyway, so, those are just a few things about Nadex. Now, to open a live account, the minimum funding requirement's $100. There's no day trading, like you don't have to have 25 grand like you do in stocks, okay? There's no day trading rules. It's made for day trading. And whether it be anywhere from 6 p.m. at night to 5 p.m. the next day, 23 hours a day, the exchange is open. And different markets, of course, available during different hours, but 6 p.m. to 5 p.m. the next day. If you want to get that demo extended, if you open a live account, which costs nothing, but then fund it, which is a deposit, okay, of at least $100 or more, and place at least one live trade or more, then what they'll do is they will, if you'll email them or call them, email them at customerservice@nadex.com or call them at their phone number down here at the bottom of the page, they will extend out your demo for a year. All right? So anyways, that's the Nadex pitch. Obviously, I like trading Nadex, got the Nadex scanner, and I built it for my own trading and now share it with other traders. What do we got on the news calendar? Then we'll, actually, let's pull up a few charts. Let's do a little bit of chart walkthrough review with all these big moves we were talking about earlier. And then we'll come back up to the news calendar here in a moment. Looking at oil today, you can just see that decline. It started actually yesterday, right there, right around oil's close. I mean, not quite, but, 130, market starting to, head on down, came on down, and then, settled right here at 230. Kept dropping in the overnight, oscillated a little bit, dropped on down to a deviation, chilled out for a while. It was actually pushed down a little bit further than deviation, but I mean about as clean of a downtrend right there as you can get this morning. Really nice, simple, and then so if you haven't checked that out, definitely go in and check out oil. It's been a great thing to trade lately. Obviously, one of the best things to trade right there. And of course, that IEA report is what had that massive impact on that drop. But you don't know that until it happens. So you got to trade. Be aware of the news you can be aware of, but at the end of the day, just trade the chart. Let's check out the Dow. So the Dow going down here. Whoops, I don't think I chose the Dow. One moment. The NASDAQ. So NASDAQ right now, a lot of chop. Check out all that chop at the 0.5 deviation level. Massive amount of chop right there. It did finally decide to break through. When it did, it basically moved up to a 1 deviation. We're just a little bit off of 1 deviation right now. From high to low, we've actually hit 1 deviation. And from high to low, what I mean is if you measure from the low to the high, you got 54 points and a deviation is like 52. So we've actually exceeded a deviation move on the NASDAQ. It's right there at the top. One of those areas where you don't really expect it to go a whole lot further. Okay. And again, a great area to be aware of. When it starts hitting those deviation levels, it can easily just pop back and forth. Makes a lot of great trading opportunities. 20-minute contracts, hopping in, just grabbing scalping oscillations right off of them. Going on in, looking at, we got NASDAQ. Let's go down, and we talked about the Dow, so let's pull the Dow on up. Go down here on my list. Let's see here. Over here on the Dow, we see market moving up, half a deviation, oscillating. It was not able to get that continued strength that the NASDAQ was in the tech sector there. Pulled on back down, did a gap fill this morning. Ran back up to 0.5 deviation, still could not break through it, and just really, weak, even with everything going on, the positivity in Greece. Still, in positive territory, but not, hyper positive there. And let's look at one more index. We'll look at the Russell. And we'll hop over maybe to one international index like the DAX. So the Russell, notice how it went up 0.5 deviations right here. It's a positive 0.5. It went down the negative 0.5. Okay, that would be a 1 deviation high to low. So it went up, it oscillated. Remember, we aren't surprised when we see that oscillation. It breaks back down, breaks through. Where's it probably going to go? Down to that 0.5 for that 1 deviation move. It oscillates there for about 30 minutes and then pops right back up. So understanding these levels will be dramatically helpful for you. Again, they're based on implied volatility. They're not based on standard deviation. So you want implied deviation levels, okay? And let's see, what else do we got? If they're not implied based, they're historical based, and they're not going to be near as accurate. Let's look at the DAX real quick. And then with all the movement we had there. And you can see I was trading it extremely heavily that day. And then let's see, right over here. So we moved on up, settlement. It actually popped down to 0.5, popped up to 0.5. It did chill out for about 40 minutes. And then market opened up here and started, it just popped up on up to 1.5, then just bounced. But to see how it's staying right on these dev levels each time. And we're going to settle where we're at. We're probably going to settle right around 107.50. And right there at a deviation level is probably what we'll settle out at for the day. So 1 deviation move. That's where we expect it to be. We expect it to stay within that range as of expiration or at the end of the day. We expect it to be within that 1 deviation level, 75, or actually, I want to say 68 point whatever % of the time. I have all the stats on there. But a lot of times it'll stay in that even more. But it does break out. So it's just it usually pulls back. So like today we're seeing, saw it broke out above 1, but then it pulled back in. And let's see, let's look on over at, let's do a quick review on the euro with all the news that came out, of course, in Europe and everything else, and what kind of impact that has had. And let's see here, let me gotta click up. We got it. All right, so here on the euro, some just big spikes as these news are coming out. Not necessarily big moves, but big spikes. So moving up about 0.5 yesterday, then down to negative 0.5, a deviation move. Today we got a very, got a nice, beautiful trend, in the EU session. Euro getting weaker. They were giving Greeks more and more time to mess up the economy. And then bam, right there, right at 710 flies up about 50 pips. And within about 40 minutes, gives it all back and then just struggles its way on back up and just chop ever since. So really, I mean, this was the best trading session right here, and this is just tough. Let's see here. News. Let's go over the news you can use section real quick. Make sure you got your news all lined up, what's coming up. Get through as much of that as we can, okay? And I'll pull that up over here on my side, and we'll dive into it. Let's see here. Going in, and today is February 10th. Not a whole lot on the list this week. It's a pretty quiet week overall. So things you need to be aware of tonight. We're going to have the Aussie dollar home loans coming on out. And so if we go on back to today, right here, Aussie dollar home loans. Japan, by the way, on holiday. Of course, that'll be over this evening. But anyways, Aussie dollar home loans coming out at 7:30. Looking at a 6 to 11 iron condor for a profit of $30 on that trade. So be aware of that event if you're trading the Aussie, and there is one way to potentially take advantage of it. Again, this is doing an iron condor trade. It's where you're going to buy the lower spread and sell the upper spread, okay? So buy the spread that's below the market, sell the spread that's above the market. It'll be a higher risk looking trade, but if you go back and look through my archives, I've taught how to do those. We'll maybe do a show on those again and walk through how to do them if you haven't. But I got plenty of videos up on YouTube and everything else about them. If we go in and look over here, let's see, tomorrow, what are we going to have going on? We're going to have some, let's see, this morning, the earnings we had Coca-Cola coming on out. Let's see, we got Cisco. Looks like it is going to be coming out tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, actually at 4:05 is when the wire should fire off and head out there. And then, so just be aware of that. Again, afternoon, if you're trading right at the end of the day, Cisco firing off can impact the NASDAQ. Tomorrow evening, Aussie dollar employment change and unemployment rate. Use caution. Use caution on this trade. Aussie's had some wild volatility with its changing of its interest rates lately. The normal movement is about 30 pips between 7 and 9, but it may be a little more sensitive since they have recently changed their interest rate. Okay, so we want to use caution on that one. Let's see here, but that is the normal setup that does work a majority of the time throughout the year. All right, just whenever things are flying around a little bit crazier, I'm a little more cautious on my neutral trades. And what do we got on Lincoln's birthday on the 12th here? Abraham Lincoln's birthday. U.S. core retail sales and retail sales coming out at 8:30. Unemployment claims coming out at the same time. And but the usual movement during this time frame on the euro dollar is about 30 pips or less. So we're looking for an 8 a.m. entry with a 10 a.m. expiration to be able to buy the lower spread and sell the upper spread on Nadex for a minimum profit of $30 and to sit back and collect some premium. We're going to have, like I said, unemployment claims. Oil inventory coming out tomorrow at 10:30. We'll talk about the rest of the week when we get back right after this break.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And just going through the news you can use, making sure you're ready for this coming week and all the news coming up. We talked about a couple of the Aussie reports that you should already have noted and jotted down. Let's see what else we got. Maybe that you might want to be aware of that's sort of, hot on the topic list. Let's see. We talked about, obviously weekly oil inventory report tomorrow. That will be a big mover, especially with how oil's been rocking around. The day after, same time, we're going to have the natural gas inventory report. Let's see. On Thursday morning, like I said, we got the U.S. core retail sales, about a 30 pip iron condor, buying the lower spread, selling the upper spread, minimum $30 profit. If we roll on over to the evening on the 12th or the 13th, we'll be looking for a Frank PPI report, usually a small mover on the dollar Frank, 35 pips. We got 11 p.m. entry for a 7 a.m. expiration for a minimum of $35 on that Iron Condor Premium Collection trade. We're also going to have the Euro Flash GDP and trade balance. Flash GDP not being as big of a number, not being a surprise because you have all the other numbers coming in beforehand from the other countries to basically give a good estimate on that, usually causing a pretty flat market on Friday evening. Again, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., about 35 pips up minimum movement expected, so we're looking for 35 pips or more of minimum profit on that Iron Condor trade. That's combining the income from both sides of the trade. Rolled on into Friday. We got one more. We got CAD manufacturing sales news coming out at 8:30. And we'll look to find an Iron Condor on that one for $25. We'll be looking to get in at 8 a.m. for a 10 a.m. expiration. Again, combining the two minimum profits on the bought lower spread, the sold upper spread, to be at least $25 or more to make it an acceptable trade. If it's not there, don't force it. If it's stupid cheap, consider a straddle on all these Condors, okay? So, those would be all the different things to look at. Let's see here. For your news trades. And what do we got going on? Just trying to see where we're at on the markets right now, just to catch you on up. And let's see. Other news trades, that's really going to be it as far as where the markets are at the moment. Wrapping up now here at the end of the hour. We got the S&P still up 12, Dow's up 63, Russell's up 2, Nasdaq's up 47. Not a lot changing there. We got our ags are still in negative territory, but are pushing quite a bit harder going into the end of the day. Soybeans was 2 points down in the last hour, dropped another 9 points. And so now corn and soybeans are both exceeding a 1% drop in price value. We got copper still down 1%, silver's down 1%. Gold is 0.75%, so metals continuing to decline here for the past hour. Dollar index keeping its positive gain there. Oil not able to make a recovery, still down over 5% on the day. And then looking again at our FX pairs, we got the pound dollar still positive 41. Euro dollar is pretty flat on the day at 2 pips right now, just oscillating right around settlement. Great time to do quick, easy, small scalp trades. We got the euro pound down 26, dollar franc up 17, US yen up 72, and euro yen up 75. So getting some nice yen movement. Aussie yen up 15, pound yen up 153. Keep an eye on those yen pairs. So they got some nice movement going on. Great for spread trading, binary trading, obviously. Forex trading, and even future Forex trading, if you haven't done so already. And let's see here. I'm trying to see anything else. I don't want you to forget about that holiday on Monday. Plan that in your schedules. Don't forget about Valentine's Day. Take care of that one you love. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you on Thursday.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. You're watching Tiger TV.